never hitting it hard enough to scratch. Yeah, that's a good speed and a very protective speed. Now this is a little a la the color of money here. This is a very makeable kick shot on the 1. If he can get a little underneath it, I think it goes right in off the 5, Phil. Little Keith McCready, Grady Seasons.
Love it, Jeremy, love it. Let's hope he gets it just to vindicate your call.
Yeah, actually it was Tom Cruise that made the shot after the safety by Grady. Almost any contact will threaten the corner. Oh, top English, I don't like that. Yeah, I didn't like the cueing there with the tip position, Phil.
Illegal contact, ball in net.
And that's experience on the slick table.
You've been talking about it all week, Jeremy, and it really does come into play. These are, I'm not going to say alien conditions for these guys, but you've got to have your wits about you.
Yeah, well, just, you know, you play a lot of kick shots off instinct. You know, maybe not in this setting, but against great players, I would have to say.
Foul. Illegal contact. Ball in net.
Well, for the second time in pretty quick succession, Abdullah Alyousef gets ball in hand, and surely this time he will fully exploit the situation. The 9 was contacted.
He got quite a bit behind the 5. Big shot. Oh, he's overcut this. Is it going to slide in? No, it's not. And he kind of just let up on it a hair, I would say.
And that's the common denominator. If you slightly decelerate on a shot like that, you will overcut.
Okay, he wasn't sure if that one was in when he first released the cue, but I see Loho some. You know, you couldn't necessarily say for sure he's a rhythm player, but you can see a little bounce in the step at times.
The 5 ball went astray for Abdullah Alyousef, and Loho Sum did the rest, getting his first rack on the board. It is 2-1 to the man from Kuwait.
Oh, he's going to love that. And if Yusuf can't go to that same side rail, this is a difficult hit. You may have to really elevate the cue and swerve at this ball. The soft kick here isn't too bad, though, overall. Is he going to the jump cue? Oh, my. Now, this type of shot here, when you're so close to the object ball and the 1 is so far away, any miss hit, you can certainly curve the cue ball and foul on the 1. Oh, this is tough action, Phil.
Foul stroke. More contact.
We weren't saying that with hindsight, were we? That seemed extremely high tariff. He was approaching the cue ball almost like a sheer drop with the cue.
Yeah, it's a dart effect, and you can see he just came across it a little bit. I thought Alyousef would play a soft kick shot on the 6-8, just keeping them tied up. Yeah, you could see the nerves right there. Quite a bit of body movement going on. Just some mild tremors, you might say.
Abdullah Alyousef.
The narrative of this match following a similar course to that of Abdullah Alyousef's previous match against Naoki Oi. He's making mistakes, but so far not being punished for them.
Oh, I like the long rail kick here, but it's got to really bend the ball.
False stroke. Illegal contact, ball in net.
I do hope for Shane Van Berning's sake that he's not watching this, because if he is, he might be thinking, he will be thinking, why didn't he play like this against me?
Well, it looked like the 9 was always going to be in play on the draw stroke. A bit unlucky to get snookered, though, if he is snookered. Great cue action, though. Just out of line on a ball. You have to put a little more into the next shot. There's a little bit of accuracy at times.
Required extra thinking time for this, Alyousef, so taking easily second extension.
He's kicking with a hard at it, I guess. Side pocket, maybe. This is going to come down for a pretty easy shot, it appears.
This routine 9 to close the gap again.
Awesome.
So far, at least, it is a standard that's incongruous with the quarter-final of the World Masters. Yeah, Marcel reminding it Loho Sim that if he fails here, it would be loss of rack. That was better.
Yeah, it's really been some of the easy situations overall for both the players. When Sam is faced with a little bit more difficult shot, he's just had better results.
Awesome.
That means 4 racks in succession for Loho Sum. Breaking run out in the 9th, and the big news, he leads for the first time at 5-4.
Extension called.
There you can see the 9 ball, the offending party. Well, he thinks he can squeeze it in.
Gonna watch this one. Yeah, I don't know. That was close. think it was a good hit, and Marcel's very good at his job, so yeah.
I think it was 3 first, just about.
Yeah.
One thing we can say for certain, he's been very fortunate where the 3 has come to rest, if it won't pot. Oh, but the 9 ball did. The 3-9 combination, and that changes the complexion of the match. Abdullah Alyousef has given plenty of gifts to Loho Sum and vice versa in this match, and the gifts just kept going. The 3 wasn't potable, as it turned out, and now they are all tied up again at 5-5. Talk about a match that's twisting one way and then the other, Jeremy.
All right. I'm not sure. Watch outside pocket. Oh my. And this is going to get awkward. And that's the punishment. You get out of line. Not necessarily going to cost you pocketing the ball in front of you, but what's it going to do for position on the next? And it almost cost him ball in hand there. This has gotten very awkward.
You know, he gambled early in the rack by taking his extension with plenty of balls left, and in the end, the gamble backfired. Had to play that shot a little quicker than he wanted to. The 7 went astray, and it's another twist. It wasn't the smoothest delivery of a cue I've ever seen, but the 9 ball went in nevertheless. Loho Sum must have thought he was going to trill. Instead, he leads 6-5.
Make a big change at a big moment, and it sure paid off. But I kind of feel like this young man's going to come away with a nice shot to get this 12th rack started. Oh, the 5 hangs, so it almost makes it to where he wasn't going to have a problem with that anyways. But but if the 1 had gotten tough, the 5 is certainly a helper. And here I just kind of ease this in. The center of the table is very wide open. Oh my. That's just focus there. Can't even say anything about experience. That's just paying attention.
In these tournaments, there's always an unofficial candidate for shot of the event. That might be the worst shot of the event. What a blunder.
Yeah, and he was worried about making them both, trying to hit a piece of the 5 instead of just playing a very light speed. Okay, I think he's going maybe for the cut. And it really wasn't hit terribly from the end rail, just the 4-inch pockets makes that shot 20% tougher.
This match proves out that cue sports don't have to be high quality to be high drama and really entertaining. Who is going to win? Or more pertinently, who is going to lose?
Was so mental. That shot there should set us up for our second semifinalist. And I think Asia is going to have 50% of our semifinalists, excuse me.
After what's gone before,
Extension, please.
anything could happen here. Can he hold his nerve and knock in the 9-ball? Low sum is through. Abdullah Alyousef must be thinking, why, oh why, did I cue that ball so badly? The 5 was missed twice. So many balls were missed by both players. It was a match full of mistakes, but there had to be a winner, and it was from Hong Kong, China. The charge this week of Kelly Fisher, Low Sum. He's into the semi-finals. How? I'm not quite sure.
Our last seed left in the event.
Yeah, Joshua likes to play the hard cut break.
Doesn't get enough credit when it comes to this part of the game, in my opinion. Dennis is going to have to bend the ball one rail at the 1. Looks like going, to the top rail between the 5 and 7. Yeah, that one's difficult. You can't get much speed on it.
Yeah, you associate Joshua Filler with out-and-out potting ability and shot making, but JJ says his safety play is he's right up there.
Yeah, big hit here. He's going to have speed on it, so a lot of good things can happen if he gets the contact on the 1. Watch that cue ball arc just a skosh. Didn't get much bend there.
Illegal contact button.
And he may go for this one way or another. Had a little of that go-in spin on it, Carl.
Yeah, it was a good shot. Went in at the right side of the pocket.
Now, he may unload, put a little more speed on this. That way, if he contacts the pink, he can still continue to run through. He's got to feather it.
He'll be disappointed, but he's been patient. Didn't try anything silly.
I think I go to the top rail here with a medium English, or a medium speed, excuse me. If I feel like I can get by the 8. If not, he'll come to the other short rail and kick up underneath. Could get a little action on the 9, just depending on how he hits the 7. And I do expect him to hit it. For many years, nobody went rail first better than the Filipino players. Now I think there's some argument on that one. Watch out, 9-ball. If he hits the second rail, he could get a little action here.
Well, he's tried to make something happen, and it couldn't have come out any worse for Dennis. Josh has got the perfect angle. So he's took him 2 goals in this rack.
Yeah, and Josh, he's won so many titles because he can leave the mistake behind, but dressing up there with an easy one, even a bit easier to leave that mistake behind on position on the 7. Uh-oh. And a second mistake here in rack 3. I don't know if this is cuttable.
This is very unlike Joshua Filler.
Yeah, he's got to go super thin. A touch of right English, I believe.
Oh, what a pop from Joshua Filler. He's a little scrappy, that rack, but the main thing is the former world champion. He's 3-0 up. Come on. And flies round, doesn't he? Gliding around the table.
When and if, at what age do you think that will ever change a little bit for the German? It usually does, as they tend to age a bit anyways.
Cue ball's going to be travelling.
I like 1 rail here, I think. He's looking at 2.
Extension called.
I thought the 1 rail a little high with a hair right was pretty easy, but looks like he's going to go for 2. And it laid pretty easy as well.
The story continues for the young German. That's 5. Worrying times for Mr. Orcollo. Just can't get a visit, can he?
I tell you what, he's going to get to the heel quickly. Talking to just a couple of the players that were knocked out last night. And they liked Filler to win the event from here, but I thought that other bracket may open up for Fortunski or Ruiz.
Joshua Filler.
Well, this has all been Joshua Filler. We didn't envision this scoreline, did we? The killer 6, Orcollo 0.
He doesn't mind accepting tough shots in the biggest moments, and just little things make a huge difference. Looks like maybe a little 3-rail position coming inside the 9 here, and cue ball coming in between the 5 and the 4 at the end. Oh, let's catch the 7, maybe between the 5 and 7. Didn't expect that. And it looks to be that Dennis Orcollo is going to get the least opportunity of a match we've seen so far. Can't really hold his head down at all. It's been 2 kick shots and a jump, Carl? Is that what it's been?
I'm afraid so. It's been all Joshua Filler.
Yeah, no balls missed for Dennis, but none pocketed either. Amazing. And the white towel should be thrown.
Phenomenal Phenomenal performance from the killer, Joshua Filler. Not much Dennis could do. 7-0. He was not wasting any time at all. What a performance. He's into the semi-finals. She'll be happy as well. Looking good here. He's really turned into a proper player now, as Sanchez. A few years ago he was kind of a nearly man, desperate to try and get in that Mosconi Cup team, yet to play for Team Europe.
You are correct, Carl. He's 30 years of age, and I don't think he's ever been more of a threat on a pool table. 12 years ago, he won the World 9-ball junior title. From there, didn't immediately kick on. Now, though, he's a handful for anyone.
Sanchez.
It really is efficient pool from Francisco Sanchez Ruiz. He would be such a popular champion at the end of the evening. So much to go before then. What we know for sure is he leads 2-0 here against Fortunski.
Cue ball's going close.
False rub.
It was actually a really good pot, but wasn't easy controlling the cue ball. Fortunski's out of his chair with ball in hand.
Yeah, you can see when he potted that, he was energised and then realised the cue ball was going where it shouldn't. Well, at that pace, he had to be accurate.
Easy cue ball to slow down. It's flying. Got a little tester. Often plays shots and has a little bit of body movement. Got to stay still here.
Just well, if he does put the shoulder into it, you can bet your life it will go thick. No problem, right into the heart of the pocket. Francisco Sanchez Ruiz regains the lead. It was the missed combo, the 2-7 down the side rail, that cost Fortunski dear. Perfect order here at the Europa Point Sports Complex. Silence. The Spaniard hugely invested in performing well in this contest. So many in the crowd willing him on.
Yeah, and there'll be some noise in a moment.
Francisco Sanchez Ruiz wins the rack.
Yes, the applause that greets a 9-ball going in for their man, FSR. He's back in front, narrowly at 4-3.
This is a nice time to put yourself on the hill, give yourself that little bit of breathing space.
Mieszko, Fortunski wins the rack.
You know, he's coming up big just when he needed it, as he did in the previous couple of rounds. The Spanish dream of overall triumph in the Whirlpool Masters this year, it's about to wither and die.
Oh, it's going to go behind the 5. Is it going to go behind the 5? It is. Oh my.
I was about to say Spanish hopes revitalised. Spanish hopes actually crushed. What a slice of fortune.
Extension, please.
Living up to his name, Carl. Fortunski.
Incredible when you're kicking at the balls, how they sometimes end up. You could never have predicted that this is going to be the shot Sanchez is faced with. But he's trying to put this in the left centre pocket. Just make sure you hit the ball though. Is he trying to put it in the corner? No, he's got to be going into the wall. It's a close effort. Has he put it to 6?
Them's the rolls, as they say, Carl. But it's no consolation. Out of a self-imposed hook, Fortunski gets a fluke snooker. And that could be Sanchez Ruiz's last shot of the tournament.
That was a good shot. Purposely played it into the rail first, so when potting the 6, the 4 comes back out a little bit, so he'd have been worried about the purple 5 maybe causing a few little issues. So yeah, he was been a bit fortunate in this rack, but he's played well. Overall, he's played very well.
Just hoping something can block Mieszko's path to the semi-finals. But now it's a short path. Just 2 balls.
That's good enough. This has been a splendid performance. He was trailing a little bit at the early part of the match.
Mieszko, Fortunski wins.
But the job is done. Mieszko Fortunski was 2-0, 3-2 and 4-3 behind. But then in the 8th rack, Francisco Sanchez Ruiz scratched on the break. It all turned around. And in the end, Spanish hopes are well and truly dashed. The final scoreline, Poland beat Spain. Mieszko Fortunski overcoming Francisco Sanchez Ruiz by 7 racks to 4.